these people that were having sex, that you encouraged to have sex in the name of creativity, all this ass that you made money with, all these titties you made money with, all of a sudden, you want to turn to other people to get your money? You're going to turn everybody against you. You're going to turn the people that were working on your site, all the people you encouraged to make money on your site,
your subscribers,
the people who come over there to see all that ass. You're going to piss them off, man. You were brand. I'm sorry. They took that. They had a brand.
Yeah.
A brand that said porno, and they burned your ass with it. Double Toasted Live in New York is right around the corner, Friday, September 10th, and there are less than 100 tickets left. But I want you to join me for a night of comedy and games, and I want you to get your tickets now before it sells out. So go to doubletoasted.com or go to x1entertainment.com/double-toasted-Brooklyn, and we'll see you there. Hey everyone, before we start this video, I need to let you know that this video has been approved and sponsored by AMC Shudder, and I'm about to deliver some news that is going to scare the hell out of a lot of people out there. And if you are a person that loves to be scared, then I have something for you. Shudder.com. SHUDDER.com. People call it the Netflix of horror. They have so much horror on there for you horror fans out there. You can see here from some of these titles that they have the usual ghosts, monsters, psycho killers, but Shudder is so much more than that. They have so much variety to offer. Look at these categories right here. Supernatural, killers, creature features, psychological thrillers, exclusives and originals, paranormal, international, for those of you who love horror so much you got to get it from all around the world, documentaries. Hey, they're just not here to scare you. They got comedies, crime and mystery, revenge, sci-fi, and even cult movies out there. Now, some of you were saying, that's cool, Corey, but you know what? I don't need to be that scared. I don't like all that gross, bloody stuff. Well, you know something? I hear you. A lot of people are saying, I like the art house films. I like the old-fashioned thrillers. Okay, I got you. Look at this screen right here. I'm looking at some titles right now that do fit in that art house category, such as Dave Made a Maze. That's an experimental type film, but also very enjoyable and not too creepy, not too crazy. But for some of you who do love the old-fashioned thrillers, they got the master of suspense himself, Alfred Hitchcock. That's Rear Window right there, but Shudder has a whole library of Alfred Hitchcock films. You know something? I know a lot of you are just hung up on the word horror, but let's just forget that name right there. Let's just concentrate on the fact that Shudder has some simply damn fine movies, such as the critically acclaimed The Boy Behind the Door. Oh my God, what's going to happen to those boys? Well, you're just going to have to get Shudder to find out. And good thing for you, you can get it at a very, very reasonable price. $5.99 per month or $56.99 per year. And once you do get it, you can take it wherever you go, as Shudder is available on most mobile devices out there. But I don't want you to get hung up on that price right now. Let's forget about that, because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get you Shudder for 100% absolutely positively free. That's right. Get Shudder 30 days for free when you go to shudder.com and put in the promo code Double Toasted. Again, that is SHUDDER.com and put in the promo code Double Toasted. Double Toasted being all one word. Hey, I got a lot of friends that love horror. I love horror. I watch this myself. They come back and tell me things that they've watched on there. They've enjoyed it so much. So I'm sure you're going to enjoy it too. So once again, I want to thank AMC Shudder for sponsoring and approving this video. And I want to thank all of you out there for your support. Thank you. This is so funny because I've been getting this all day.
Right.
I've all day long I've been hearing people, because people have been cutting on the computers, typing in OnlyFans, and then they've been before the OnlyFans site pops up, they get a news story saying OnlyFans bans porn. I've been hearing noises outside all day. What?
No!
People.
Yeah.
Even I was like, wait, what? Wait a minute, what? Huh? Oh, wait a minute. That's the only thing that I know about OnlyFans.
That's what they're
is
best
that
known
they
for.
do porn.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You mean OnlyFans bans porns? That's like a grocery store banning food.
But But isn't that what you do?
This shit is about to be no fans.
Yeah. That's what I feel.
You get into, wait a minute, y'all, hold on, because I had to actually, I pulled up a calendar today to see if it was April 1st. I said, wait a minute, no.
Did April Fool's Day come early? Is this because of COVID? They're trying to address that just in
Here I
case?
am in August thinking like, is it April Fool's Day? What the f*** I'm talking about? You mean the thing that earned y'all billions of dollars? You mean the thing that your business model is based on?
Yeah.
You mean the thing that you bragged about? Oh, we getting away with doing porn. And we still getting money from legit investors out there.
Yes.
The thing that you were bragging about, you're getting rid of that? How the f*** does that work? Y'all might as well just put up a going out of business sign right now.
Yeah. I just don't really understand it. It's kind of bizarre.
I have some things to say about this. First of all, my condolences to Danielle.
Yeah, that's right.
People, this is how you want to know how I really found out about what OnlyFans was about, because I heard OnlyFans did porn, but they were also known as a creative platform. So I thought, oh, well, y'all are doing some like softcore type things. The hell they were. I looked at her.
No. Yeah, I know. Yes.
Shit, that's a friend of ours, Danielle, and she makes her living on OnlyFans.
Yes, yeah.
Or might I say she did make her living
for
on OnlyFans.
For the next couple months, and then that's it.
I didn't think there were any more categories of porn to be had out there. And then Danielle.
Yeah. And she's like, I'll show you.
Danielle is our own category.
I'll show
I
you what
think
I know.
Danielle shut this shit down.
It was too much. It had an influx. It's like, we can't take it.
I think investors saw Danielle's porn. They're like, we ain't putting no money in this shit.
We can't handle the cosmic Danielle. It's the last thing we can do.
We're actually going to give money to snufffilm.com. over here.
Yeah.
People, I'm going to get into...
What about me?
What's that?
What about me?
Well, you know what? That's what I was going to say.
Okay. I mentioned Danielle. There's other people out there trying to earn a living, Corey.
I was going to say, and this might work well for you, because shit, if they're getting rid of that, the only thing that's going to be left on there are weirdos like you.
Yeah!
Weirdos dressed like a goddamn hedgehog reading nasty shit about video game characters.
Yeah, that's right. Sexual encounters of video game characters. Yeah.
Yeah, this is, hey, you want to know you want to see the future face of OnlyFans? There it is right there.
It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I have such sights to show you, chat.
Everybody out there crying. This might be the best thing to happen to you.
I'm going to get all of Danielle's followers. They're going to come over to me. Hey, don't worry. I'm still here, everybody. I got what you want.
You just pulled a fatality on Danielle.
No, I'm sorry, Danielle. It had to be done. OnlyFans and I, we got together and said, she needs to be stopped, and it's the only way.
Yeah, people. Hey, if you heard it here first, hate to be the ones to tell you, but it is true. They're dropping all of the adult pornographic content on there.
The majority of the content.
In other words, they might as well put their feet up and say, all right, which foot do you want to shoot yourself in, the left or the right?
We'll just do both. Let's cover our bases.
In fact, just get an axe and just cut your legs off. They are dropping their billion-dollar business model.
Okay.
The thing that made them money.
Yes, that's what
they're saying. It's no more.
All right.
The valuation OnlyFans is seeking as is. Wait a minute, let me see here. The valuation OnlyFans is seeking as it kicks porn off its platform. Now, this is from Input. Let me see here.
Thank you.
Input Mag. And now I'm going to read a little bit what they have here. OnlyFans is banning porn. The company announced today it's a surprise move meant to protect its partnerships with banks and payment providers. The platform still will allow creators to post nude photos and videos, but not any quote-unquote here, sexually explicit conduct. The change goes into effect starting this October. So let's not fool ourselves, all right? You can throw those words creative and platform. You can throw them out there together, a creative platform. You can throw that shit out there all you want. People go into OnlyFans to watch. All right, like they do on any porn site. The majority of their money, the majority of their viewers, the majority of their fans are going over there to watch porn. Whether it's because they're just looking for something different, or whether it's because they think going to OnlyFans is not real pornography.
OnlyFans originally started out as that, hey, it's a platform where content creators can do their thing. You can subscribe to them. It just, you had people that suddenly realized, like, oh, I can also do sex work on here. I can post nude photos, and I can make a profit for that. It became convenient. I think that's why it became so incredibly popular. And that's why it became the focus. And they didn't take as much money from people who work in the sex trade.
And that's the problem when they start allowing that to happen.
Yeah.
Because look, if they want to take this off, if they only want a bunch of nerds dressed up in blue hedgehog outfits out there reading fan fiction, then by all means, it might work. Yeah. It could 100% absolutely work. They might have some business model that comes in and rework it, something we don't see coming, and it could be fine. But I'm going to tell you what's happening right now with OnlyFans. Oh, yeah. I saw this coming, man. No pun intended right there. But, so how did I predict this? I'm not saying I'm not some big business savvy guy that has my hand on the pulse.
I'm just clairvoyant
of business trends or, I'm some kind of person that knows how businesses should be run for their own success. No, I'm not saying that at all. But the reason why I kind of saw this coming is because for two main reasons. One, we've seen this happening with all platforms out there. We're getting strikes right now here on YouTube because of videos where kids were just doing challenges where they were jumping out of cars, eating Tide Pods. YouTube is, we're still getting strikes because YouTube is still trying to figure out their model on how not to piss off the advertisers.
Right. Okay.
They say not to offend anything or what is appropriate. What they mean is we're trying to figure out how we're not going to piss off the money people.
Okay.
The advertisers who give us money. Where years ago on YouTube they had all kind of things, man. They had conspiracy people on there. They had people setting themselves on fire. It
was the Wild West.
Yeah, it was the Wild West. They had disturbing, nasty cartoons on there. But we've seen this go through with all platforms, man. We've seen this happen with, Twitter. We've seen it happen with Facebook. If it's not something that is seen inappropriate or harmful to kids, then they're going in and changing it because it's misinformation.
Right.
It's ad targeting. It's there. Tons of policies for racism and sexism. So they've went in and started like maybe not banning people, but they've started warning people. They've started they've stopped pushing people just over going in and promoting a business too strong.
Oh, really?
Like I think on Instagram, if you're on there and you're coming across as somebody who's phony when you're talking about a product.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, they'll I don't know, whatever the equivalent is of punishment for them, where they stop pushing you as much as other people are banning you or whatever.
Well, I know that like on YouTube they demonetize videos that have specific keywords that they view problematic. Whether it could be anything.
Yeah. Patreon.
Right.
Patreon was one of those places where people thought, well, I can go over there and do whatever I want to do. Some people are thinking right now, well, shit, you know what? If you don't let me do it over here on OnlyFans, I'll just take my titties over to Patreon. And Patreon, hate to break it to y'all, but Patreon enforced stricter policies on adult content back in 2018. So no.
Ahead of it. Yeah.
So no, you ain't going over there and doing that shit. Here's my second reason though for why this was a problem. Because once this happened, where they just started letting people go on there and do any kind of sexual thing that they wanted to, as long as it wasn't hurting anybody, as long as it was consenting adults doing doing things that other consenting adults approved of and didn't mind watching, they were cool with it. But once they got to that point, they tried to walk. They tried to walk a weird middle ground.
All right.
And the reason why I say that is because, they tried to, they were still trying to say that they are a creative platform.
Sure.
They were still trying to be something like Patreon.
Yeah.
But they were also doing pornography. Maybe they weren't doing it, but pornography existed on their platform. Even if you just dip your toe or something else into pornography, then people who are giving you money, people who see themselves as legit, people who see themselves as somewhat conservative, they don't care what kind of creativity you're doing on the side. They don't care how many people they have like on there like yourself. They don't have many people on there who are actually doing, whatever art is considered to be. You're doing pornography.
Right.
And that's what you're going to be seen as.
Sure, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like with porn. Some people say, look, I don't care how many artistic angles you have in this porn. I don't care how much money you spent. I don't care how great the acting is and the dialogue. It's just fancy porn. And if you're doing porn, then you're going to have to, at least in my opinion, it seems like if you do porn, you're going to have to dedicate and go full on into doing porn. Sure. Because if you and just accept that that's where your money's from. Because if you're going out trying to get investors from banks and angel investors and all these and you're using public pay models, those people are way too mainstream to want to actually maybe support a full-on porn site.
And so you're thinking that's the big issue, is that you have these banks or these advertisers just don't want to be attached to something that's
exactly what it is.
That is pornography. Right.
They're trying to get venture capital, and those venture capitalists are not going for it, man. They're like, no, you got all this nasty shit on here. We can't do this.
Right. Because they want to be as known as the family big corporate business or bank. They want to have that sterling reputation.
Yes.
They don't want to be associated with a platform that is just focused on what they perceve as
you either are investing fully into porn and know that going in, and you're just saying this is what I'm doing, or not. Yeah. Maybe you can get away with some softcore stuff, but if you're doing hardcore pornography, and believe me, people, this shit is hardcore.
So it's of course it is. So it's just that you have all these advertisers and businesses and banks are just a whole bunch of prudes.
Well, I mean
that's what it is. In reality,
I won't even go as far as to say prudes because their money. I mean, listen, we're talking about a business here.
Yeah.
I don't
cold calculating business.
If I had my way, these people would get their money. But I mean, optics is everything in business, and people know that you're doing pornography. That does have an effect on you. It's not just that these people don't like pornography. Shit, these people are probably jacking off to pornography every night.
They have their own OnlyFans subscriptions, yeah.
But from a business angle, I mean, I'm just telling you how it is. It's like, it's not that these people are prudes. They are business people. And they're like, we could like bless this all day. The Pope could come out and bless this shit. But if you're doing pornography and it's affecting our money, we're not going to do it. The moment people find out that we're giving you money, and then all of a sudden that has
I'll take my business elsewhere. That's what they fear.
Yeah, or people don't. People are still kind of, maybe one day it'll go enough mainstream where people are like, fine.
I feel like it's getting more and more mainstream, but I guess that is kind of just it's looked down upon.
But that is not today.
Yes,
it's still a business. And by the way, it's not just that it's looked down upon.
I mean, it is.
It's still it's looked down upon because, listen, I had nothing against porn. But there's still some areas of porn that get shady, man. Because now, there's still categories out there like rape.
I know.
There's still categories out there like teen.
Incest and everything.
Incest.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
It's still it is still a very sexist part of the business that is there.
Sure.
It is still racist, even though people just cross each other all day.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. I'm trying to be as fair as possible and not say like, oh, well, these as you say, these prudes, these hypocritical stick in the muds over here, they just don't want to support pornography because they ain't cool, man. It's not. No, that's not it, man. Porn. As much as I have no judgment against it, there is some problematic areas with it. Sex workers, I don't even know nobody look down on, man. They're just as legit workers as much as anybody else.
That's what it is.
Yeah, they're making them money. I have nothing against sex. Everybody has sex.
Yep.
Pornography can be a problem if you have an addiction, if it's violating somebody, whatever. But if you have a kink or a fetish, I have no judgment on that at all, man.
Fine.
I have nothing about that at all.
Or it gets you off.
But what OnlyFans thought that they were doing and what people thought that they were doing going to OnlyFans, because there are people who actually would go to OnlyFans and say, I'm not doing porn, while they were making porn.
Right. Okay.
It seemed like OnlyFans was a place for people to go to who wanted to do porn but didn't want to say that they were doing porn.
I'm a content creator.
I'm a content. No,
which is true.
You're a sex worker. You're doing pornography. You know, it's whatever you want to call it. Put a nice bow on it. Be direct, whatever. But it fits in the category of what we see on these other websites.
Sure.
And just because they tell themselves like we are a content site, that didn't, to me, I was like, nah, man, this is a sex site. You have a lot of sex videos up here. You're a sex site, man. I think that as much money as they were making and as much as they were getting, where they were getting their investments from, it was only a matter of time before something like this happened, I thought. I think that if you look, again, I'm not a business person, especially I don't know anything about running an adult business. I don't know anything about running the kind of platform that they're doing. I do what I do here, and my limited knowledge, that's fine. But if you would have just pinned me against the wall and say, what are we doing? Everything hinges on your decision. Right. If you forced me to say it, I would say, all right, we only have one choice. We're a porn site. Yeah. We're a creative porn site.
Absolutely.
We pass ourselves. We don't hide the word anymore. We don't shame that word anymore because that's what it seems like to me. It's like I'm not shaming the word.
They've always been uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm not shaming the word. No. You call this shit pornography. I'm calling it pornography. And I'm cool with it. But they seem like they didn't want to come out and fully say pornography.
No. Oh, yeah, no, for so long. And the thing is, I think even though they're doing this now, I think it's too late. Because when I say OnlyFans, when someone says, I have an OnlyFans, what's the instant assumption?
It's branded as a porn
Exactly.
site.
And so at this point, it's too late. You're going to try to do some rebranding. It's too late for you.
All these people that were having sex, that you encouraged to have sex in the name of creativity, all this ass that you made money with, all these titties you made money with, all of a sudden, you want to turn to other people to get your money? You want to turn to the investors, the bankers? You got money right there. Become a full-fledged creative porn site. Start making money from these people instead of turning your back on them. Yeah. And then continue to make your money. Because right now what you're going to do is you're going to turn everybody against you. You're going to turn the people that were working on your site, all the people you encourage to make money on your site,
your subscribers,
the people who come over there to see all that ass. You're going to piss them off, man. You were brand. I'm sorry. They took that. They had a brand.
Yeah.
A brand that said porno, and they burned your ass with it. And you have it on you for life. So I don't know why you're doing this. This is dumb. You're doing what MySpace is trying to do, man. MySpace went out there and they lost everything because of the wrong business decision. Right. And then they tried to go out there and become something different, but it was the same shit, except everybody was doing it better. They thought that because we go out there and we appeal to people with music, then we'll be all right. SoundCloud out there, YouTube out there. Yeah. People are already putting their music out there on certain platforms. So what did you do? You went out there and just became a worse version of something that was already there because you didn't make the right decision before. I do think that there are some people out there who went to OnlyFans, going back to what I was saying, they went to OnlyFans and they did porn, but for some reason, OnlyFans convinced them that you're not really doing full-fledged porn like they are on that other site. Hey, look, if you're on camera and you put it out there for people to see you doing that, then you are doing pornography and you're probably a pornographer and you're an adult sex worker. Who take your ass over to a site where they actually have a partnership program set up for you to do porn. I think X Video, yeah, I know it. I've been on there. Should be on there late at night. But X Video, they have people on there all the time. Yeah, I'm speaking from experience. I've seen it. They have verified users that are on there.
Sure.
They tell people how many millions of views that they had, thousands of views they had.
Yeah.
And then these people, I think that they get into a program and they make money.
Of course. I'm interested, though, because I brought this up off mic, is I wonder what percentage these porn companies take from these content creators, because I know of OnlyFans, they did not take as much as some of these other sites.
What I would do is I would see where potentially OnlyFans is about to up, and if I was charging too much money, I would change that shit tonight.
Absolutely.
I would make a model that it goes in and says, all right, how much was OnlyFans paying their people? How much of a percentage were they giving them? Okay, you know what? all y'all quit being so shy. All y'all quit playing. All y'all quit trying to be in the middle. Bring your nasty ass over here, and we will take care of you too. Yeah. Shit, I'm thinking about starting a faction of our site over here. I'm ready to go deep.
For that vacuum, literally.
Yeah, man.
Sexually. Yeah. It's only toasted. Let's do only toasted.
At this point, it's tempting. Where do you think this is going to go?
I think it's one of two things. One, they go through with it and they destroy themselves, which I think is inevitable. I don't think hey, if they managed to save it, then wow. What a comeback story.
Yeah, and they could.
Yeah, they could. Do I think it's going to happen? No. I think they will destroy themselves. The other thing is they drop this. And they go, "We're sorry. We'll just be the porn site," and they'll go home because the backlash is so intense right now, which is going to be. I mean, they knew that.
Yeah.
But, I think it's one of those two scenarios. They either we continue doing what we do and we embrace what we are, or we die.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great way of putting it.
Yeah.
And, they're creating more of a backlash with every announcement because people are like, well, what about all our content? Like, well, we won't talk about that.
And even
now.
because I was reading these articles and they said, well, you can have explicit sexual content, but you still post nudes. So what does that mean? What constitutes? See, then we're getting the weeds, and you're going to have all these problems. So I can't be sexual, but if I post pictures of my body and clearly nude, what? They're not being specific at all, and it gets confusing.
This is what we're going to see on. If they do decide to do nudes and suggestive pictures but no conduct, then what you're getting into the same quagmire that we have with YouTube. Same thing where it's just kind of like, hey, you know what? We're just figuring out as we go along, but we don't want to say. We don't want to admit that we're figuring out as we go along.
Yeah, oh God.
So
that's what they've been doing. Yeah. So many businesses don't want to do that.
You are about to go in and piss off people even more because now you're going to be giving people. You're going to be giving people strikes. You're going to be giving people warnings.
Yep.
You're going to be removing content saying that it goes against policy.
Customer service is going to be just has such a significant issue with trying to help people. Mm-hmm. They'll be on hold all the time, trying to talk about these strikes and everything, trying to get them take them down. Yeah, explain it. Yeah, it's gonna be a mess.
So at what point are we crossing boundaries? Because this is gonna be a whole look. You know what? Just the whole policy book on what's happening is going to be pornography because you're going to have to go into some detail telling people what they can't.
Yeah, exactly. Because so you can post nudes, you can't post sexual content. So does that mean you can't have a dick and a vagina or whatever? Can it not just be two people making love, but it can be someone showing their boobs, being all sexual? Again, that's sexual. I'm showing myself off. But is that allowed? Again, it's not specific. So I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either, man. Mm-hmm. I really don't understand, but. We'll find out what's happening. I don't want to be. I don't want to be a know-it-all. I don't want to be presumptuous about anything because really, like I said, this is not my full business. But I know what I do know is that there are a lot of people that are upset, and there are a lot of people who are shocked. Yeah. And this is making a lot of news, but not the good kind. No, this is news that nobody wants to hear out here.